Hello everyone, welcome to all. In the previous session, we have discussed about SFD BMD regarding to the cantilever beams. Okay, in this session, we are going to discuss about the SFD BMD for the simply supported beams. Okay, in the previous session, we have discussed about the cantilever beams. In this session, we are going to discuss about the simply supported beams. Okay, how to we draw SFD BMD diagrams with respect to the force force diagrams. Okay, let me revise with an example regarding to the cantilever beams. Okay, just have a look at this screen. We have a three diagrams here. Okay, on the screen. First one is the force diagram, force analysis diagram. We can call it as a force diagram. And the second one is the SFD. SFD in the sense shear force diagram. And third one is the bending moment diagram. Okay, we need to draw SFD BMD by with reference to force diagram. Okay, we have a system of forces here, and we have a cantilever beam upon which the number of forces will be acts at a distance of zero point 0.5 meters, 0.7 meters, and zero point 0.8 meters respectively. Okay. Before going to solve the problems, we need to consider some assumptions here. First assumption is sign conversion. Uh, what are the sign conversion for the CSFD? We need to remember sign conversion for the SFD as well as the sign conversion for the BMD. In case of SFD, any in case of SFD, any any external force which is acts on the body, all downward forces will be positive. In case of SFD, okay. In case of BMD, all downward forces, all downward movements, bending movements will be negative. We are considering the SFD. For in case of SFD, all downward forces will be positive. In case of bending movement, all downward movements will be negative. Okay, this is the best one to remember among all the sign conventions. Okay, all downward forces will be positive for the SFD. All downward bending moments will be the negative for the BMD. Okay, just vice versa. Okay, if in case all remaining upward forces will be negative in case of SFD. In case of upward movements will be positive in case of BMD. Okay, here also the sign convention is all downward forces will be positive. That's why reason the SFD will be entire SFD diagram will be positive here. Okay, this is the baseline. We need to draw a line here. We need to draw a baseline here. Okay, this is the baseline. From here to we are going to start the construct the SFD. Okay. At the point D, we have a downward force which is having a magnitude of 800 newtons. Okay, at point D we have a 800 newtons. Shear force will be there. Okay, so how do we represent the shear force? By just by drawing a vertical line here. Okay, from D to C, from the point D to point C, we don't have any loads here. Okay, we have a loads at the point D as well as the at point C also. In between these 2 points, we don't have any loads, which represents we are the what is the amount of shear force which is induced at the point D is constant up to the point C. Okay, okay. So the 800 newtons the amount of 800 newtons force shear force will be constant up to the point C. Okay, by how do we represent the constant? By drawing a horizontal line here. Okay, and at the point C, additional 500 notice will be there. 500 notice will be acts on the body. Okay, so just adding the 500 notice for the increased movement, increased point of view, you just raise the vertical line. Okay, for the constant point of view, we just represent them with a horizontal. Okay, whenever the loads will be coming to consider into our account, the shear force will be rising in your vertical direction. Okay, from at the point C, uh, again 500 notice will be again the 500 notice will be adding. So the 500 notice, the previously 800 notice, the total 1300 notice will be there at the point C. Okay, from point C to point B also we don't have any point loads. You don't have any loads. Okay, and the entire 1300 notice 1300 notice will be shear force will be constant up to the point B. Okay, at the point B, again the 300 notice will be 300 notice will be adding. Okay, so the previously 1300 notice we have, and then the subsequently the 300 1300 plus 300 1600 notice will be there. Okay, the entire 1600 notice will be constant up to the fixed end in the sense cantilever beam. Okay, this is how to we draw. This is the procedure for the SFD. This is the procedure for to construct the SFD without having any mathematical proofs, mathematical values. Okay, and next, how to draw in case of BMD from point D to how do we represent the, before going to that, how do we represent the uh, loads, shear loads with your vertical lines. Okay, and here the bending moments which are represented by an inclined lines. Okay, an inclined lines. This is the baseline here. And this is the baseline here. From here, we need to construct a diagram, bending moment diagram. Okay, from here to we need to we need to construct a bending moment diagram. At the point D, we don't have from the point D to point C, we don't have any movements, any forces. Okay, so here the bending moments will be represented by a inclined line here. Okay, from D to C, some inclined line will be there. From C to B also, another inclined line will be there. From C to B, another inclined line will be there, and B to A also, as usually, the all bending moments will be represented by the inclined lines. Okay. For only here the point loss, here we just consider the point loss. If in case of UDL, the bending moment diagram will be a parabolic curve. Okay. This is the bending moment diagram for the point loads. If you consider a beam here with a UDL here, UDL in the sense uniformly distributing load. Okay, the SFT will be inclined line here. Okay, the bending moment will be, this is the baseline here, and this is the, okay, the bending moment will be like this one, and this curve will be parabolic curve, second degree parabolic curve. Okay, it's quite opposite here. For the point load, the SFD will be the how do we represent the SFD in the straight lines. In case of UDL, the SFD will be the inclined lines. Okay. In case of point loads, the bending moments will be the inclined lines, and in case of UDL, the bending moments will be represented by the parabolic curve. The parabolic curve, you can call it as a second degree parabolic curve. Okay. For the UVL, third degree parabolic curve will be used to. Okay. This is the procedure for the roughly graphically. This is the procedure for the uh, constructing a SFD BMD diagrams. Just go for a problematic here at the point D. SFD shear force at the point D. F at the point D is equals to positive 800 newtons. Positive means we are just considering an assumption here, which assumption which is uh, all downward forces will be positive. That's why reason here I'm considering a positive 800 newtons. And then at the point C, another 500 newtons will be there. And the previous will be 800 newtons, and now 500 newtons. So 1300 newtons will be there. And this amount also will be the positive. Shear force at the bending moment at the point B, at the point B, 300 nodes, 300 nodes will be there. Okay, the previously 1300 plus 300. Okay, 1600 nodes will be there, like this one. Okay, at the point A, the total 1600 nodes will be constant up to the fixed end. Okay, bending moment diagrams. How do in the mathematical point of view, how do we try the bending moments? Okay, uh, at the point D, here at the point D is 0. How it comes to 0? Just to have a look at this one. Bending moment in the sense it should has two parameters. First one is the force, the magnitude of force, and the second one is the magnitude of displacement. Okay, it may be distance or displacement. Any the product of force and perpendicular distance, we can call it as a moment. Without having any displacement, we don't have any moments. Okay, there is no probability of getting inducing a movement will be the movement. Okay, we should whenever the bending movements, the concept of bending movements comes in the limelight, it should has two parameters. First one is the shear force parameter, and the second one is the distance parameter. At the point D, we don't have any distance here. That's why reason the force into the distance is 0. So obviously the movement will be also 0. At the point C, we have here some distance, which is zero point 0.8 meters. Okay, we have a force also, which is 800 newtons. So there definitely there will be some amount of movement will be there. Okay, that movement will be it could be a value of 800 is multiplied by the zero point 0.8 meters. Okay, 800 is multiplied by 0.8 meters, and this value could be minus 640 newton meter. So why I am considering the negative here? Why? Because as we discussed earlier, all the downward bending moments will be negative. That's why reason I'm just considering a negative here. And the bending moment at the point B is equals to already we have a previous bending moment, which is 800 is multiplied by zero point 0.8 meters, and 800 is multiplied by zero point 0.8 meters, and 500 we don't have here, we don't have any distance here. The distance will be the 0. Okay, bending moment at the point B is equals to bending moment at the point B is equals to bending moment and the bending moment due to the 800 newtons plus bending moment due to the 500 newtons. The bending moment due to the 800 newtons will be the 800 newtons is multiplied by 0.7 meters plus 0.8 meters. It could be a 1.5 meters. Okay, 1.5 meters, and this length will be the 1.5 meter, and the is multiplied by 800 newtons. This is the bending moment due to the this force. Okay, and this is the bending moment due to the 500 newtons will be the 500 newtons multiplied by 0.7 meters. Okay, or 1.5 minus 8. Okay, we can call it, we can take it as a zero point 0.7, or we can take it as a 1.5 minus 0.8. Okay, the value will be the value could be the minus 1550 newton meter. The units will be the newton meter. The units you should remember. Okay, not a newton per meter. Many of the students will got confused regarding to the units. The units will be the bending moments. Units will be the newton meter. Bending moment at the point A is equals to here 800 into 2. This is the 800 is multiplied with the 2. We need to calculate at the point A. Here I'm just considering the at the point A. The moment due to 800 newtons will be the 800 into is multiplied by 2 meters, and then 500 meters 500 newtons is multiplied by 1.2 meter, and 300 newtons is multiplied by 0.5 meters. Okay, the answer could be the negative 2350 newton meter. Okay, or here all the bending moment values will be the negative side. Why? Because we are considering an assumption which regarding to the all downward movements will be negative. That's why reason the all negative for we are obtain all negative forces here. The summary is it could be summary it will be bending moment at the point D is equal to 0. Okay, at the point C the bending moment will be 640 newton meter. Okay, at the point C we have a 640 newton meter. Okay, from here to here we need to represent the bending moment in a inclined line here. Why? Because this is the point loads systems. Okay, the next at the point D, the at the point B the value will be the 1550 newton meter. Okay, okay, and then at the point A 2350 newton meter. So all these forces are all these bending moments are represented by the inclined lines only. Okay, got my point? And the next one is the problems regarding with the simply supported beams. Okay, this is the cantilever beam example. What we have discussed in the right now. This is the cantilever beam, and we are going to discuss about the simply supported beams. Okay, we have here two reactions which are RA and RB. Okay, here these four reactions will be have a look at this simply supported beam here. The reaction forces will be the 4 kilonewtons and 5 kilonewtons here. Okay, how it will basically, and these values of the reaction forces could not provided by the in problems here. Okay, for the easy understanding, I'm here to I'm giving the values of 4 kilonewtons and 5 kilonewtons. How it will come is we are going to discuss in the next class, in the next one. So here the upward forces, the point loads will be on simply supported beam will be uh, acts on like this one. Okay, 3 kilonewtons and 6 kilonewtons. Okay, the reaction forces will be 4 kilonewtons, 5 kilonewtons. Okay, and this and this will be the from the this is the baseline here. Okay, before going to the problems point of view, let us have a discussion regarding to the SFD, how to the construction of SFD BMD diagrams. Okay, this is the baseline here, and upon this, from the right side from the right side of the beam, we have here we have a upward forces will be there. So as upward forces will be negative, that's the reason I'm just from here to here, some negative shear force will be there, 5 kilonewtons, and from here to here we don't have any UDL, any type of load. So the anti shear force will be constant. From here to here, at the point D, 6 kilonewtons will be there. Actually, the negative 5 kilonewtons will be there. From here to here, upward the downward forces will be there. Downward force in the sense positive. Upward forces in the sense negative. Okay, here the negative 5 kilonewtons will be there initially, and the later positive, whenever we apply the positive 6 kilonewtons, the remaining load will be the 1 kilonewtons. Okay, and this 1 kilonewtons will be positive side only, not a negative side. Okay, from here to here, 6 kilonewtons will be there. From here to, actually this is the starting point. From here to again positive, it rises to up to the point positive 6. Okay, after 6, after point D up to the point C, we don't have any loss. So the entire 1 kilonewtons will be constant. Okay, this constant will be represented by the horizontal AC here. Okay, at the point C, again the 3 kilonewtons will be there, and this amount of force will be also a positive one, not a negative. Positive in the sense all what we have considered as assumption here, all downward forces will be positive and all upward forces will be negative. Okay, all downward forces will be positive. That's the reason here the 3 kilonewtons will be there. Okay, and the previously 1 kilonewton and right now 3 kilonewtons. The totally 4 kilonewtons will be reaches to the completely left side. Okay, and here at the point A, we have only reaction force will be there, and this reaction force will also negative. Why? Because upward forces here. Okay, whenever you're taking upward forces, the value could be negative, and this magnitude of negative force also 4 kilonewtons. We have only 4 kilonewtons force, and this force will be and this force and that force is equilibrium in state. So from 4 kilonewtons, it comes to 0. Okay, like this one, and this is the procedure of constructing the SFD BMD diagrams. And just let's go for the BMD diagrams. BMD in the sense bending moment diagrams. Okay, here point B to point D, we don't have any. We have only some reaction supports. Reaction support in the sense point loads only. So this point, the bending moment will be represented by the inclined lines. Okay, for the point loads. If in case of UDL, the bending moment will be the second degree parabola. Okay, here the given given in the given problems, we have only point loads. That's the reason, and the entire system will, the entire bending moment will be the represented by the inclined lines here. From B to D, this is the inclined line. Okay, from D to C, another inclined line will be there. From C to A, another inclined line will be there. Okay, this is the procedure of. Okay, here also, this is the basic procedure of constructing the assumption by just predicting the values of how does SFD BMD diagrams will be expected from. Okay, here the RA, before while coming to the mathematical problems, upward forces, it should be equals to the downward forces. What are the upward forces? Upward forces is nothing but the reaction supports, RA plus RB, and the all the downward forces will downward loads will be the 9 kilonewtons. How it will comes is the addition of 3 kilonewtons and 6 kilonewtons. Okay, all downward forces is equal to all upward forces. And then next we are going to just consider a moment about the particular point A. All we need to consider here all the movements due to the forces at the point A. Okay, or B. So whenever you consider a point A, all the summation of all the moments is equal to 0. RB is multiplied by how much distance it could be the 6 meters. Okay, this is the RB, and okay, uh, okay, this is the amount of force will be the RB, and this is the distance of 6 meters. Okay, RB into 6, and the next one is the 3 into 2. 3 into 2 is nothing but this is the force of 3 and is multiplied by 2, and 6 is multiplied by 5. Is multiplied by the 4 2. Okay, the total displacement will be the 4 meters. Okay, so by summation of all the forces, RB is equals to 5 kilonewtons, RA equals to 4 kilonewtons. At the SFD, the point here, the reaction force will be the positive 4 kilonewtons. From A to C, we have a only 4 kilonewtons, and at the point C, 4 minus why we are considering the 3. We are considering the 3. Okay, this is the negative side, and previously was positive 5 kilonewtons will be there. Okay, positive 5 kilonewtons and the negative 3 kilonewtons. It could be the value of 2 kilonewtons. Okay, so this is the procedure of constructing the SFD diagrams. Okay, this is the procedure. Just have a look at this diagram. Okay, and the next one, this is the bending moment. So in case of bending moment diagrams also, at the point B, at the particular point, the particular point, you need to calculate the bending moments. Okay, from the right, we are starting from the right side of the beam. Okay, this is the basic procedure for that. And here one more diagram will be there. This is the final diagram. So we have a simply supported beam, and over the simply supported beam, we are applying a UDL having a load of 2 kilonewton per meter, and another 2 kilonewtons point load will be there. Okay, so these are the reaction force of R and RB. The SFD BMD will be the like this one. From starting point of view, we need to draw a horizontal line, which is nothing but the reference line, okay, base line, and upon which point we are constructing the SFD from the right side from the right side. Okay, from the right side, from the we have here 2 kilonewtons. Okay, this is the point load. So which is represented by this straight line here. Okay, from here to here UDL will be there. Okay, from here to here UDL will be there. So the value the how do we represent the SFD in case of UDL is this inclined line. Okay, here the value of RB will be the larger one, large amount of RB will be there by solving the question. Okay, RB will be there. Okay, and from here to here, the negative bending moment will be produced. From here to here also, the point A also, we have a point load here. Okay, due to the point load, the SFD will be resisting a straight line. Okay, from A to B, we don't have any point loads here. We have only UDL. Okay, in case of UDL, entire UDL will be represented by the inclined lines here. Okay, like this one. The SFD will be like this one. And if in case of BMD, will be irrespective of the point loads, it should be treated with a only bending only with a, what we call uh, irrespective of the point loads, you need to consider the only UDL only. UDL in the sense, uh, whenever we have a UDL, we need to follow the only UDL regulations only. Okay. In case of UDL, from A to B, we have a UDL here. Okay. The UDL will be represented like this one. Okay. From here to here, one more UDL will be there. Okay. Which is usually is represented by this is the second degree parabola, and this is the also second degree parabola. Okay, this is the how it looks like. Okay, this is the construction procedure for the SFD BMD diagrams, and the remaining concepts will be discussed in the next class.